Welcome to the Dreams by Any Means Motivation Station. I'm your host, Ed Doxson. Hope everyone's having a good day today. Hope y'all getting through the week. We getting through the summer. For those that's been listening, hope y'all enjoyed the last episode, The Weight of Our Decisions. That's out right now on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, all that good stuff. Make sure y'all tap in. Been getting great feedback on the episode, but I'm going to jump right into it today per usual. I'm on the last leg of this. Actually, I did a run, 3-mile run non-stop. 11-mile pace, then I walked, and now I'm walking back now about 4 miles. So got some good wrecking for sure. I feel good. It's not as hot as it's been, even though it's still a little muggy, but nonetheless it is what it is. I had to get that running this morning. I told myself, like, I've been walking, and I still do like to walk, but I also wanted to run. I kind of set back on the run to just preserve my knees, but also I was just wanting to prove it to myself, like, I still got it. So we did it, and we're gonna get some weightlifting there later on and all that good stuff. But I was gonna wait to Thursday to tap in with y'all, but actually I was on my jog, and I had an incident where it's been raining crazy, so the trails so muddy, grassy, got my good shoes messed up, or had to take a longer route. Then I stepped through the mud and those things. Almost felt like I broke an ankle trying to hop over one little part where the mud was at, right? But I bring it up, I know you always see me bringing up analogies and stuff like that, but it made me think about what we deal with in life sometime, right? And the title of this episode is gonna be called Navigating Muddy Waters. We think about when it rains, and we think about, cloudy weather, storms, as it's been doing, right? We think about that. What usually happens when we go through storms, usually go through rain, we always talk about sunshine is coming next, and all that, which it is. But typically storms leave behind what I just had to navigate through this morning, which is muddy waters, muddy grass, maybe some tree branches, some trees that fell down, all that type of stuff, right? But you navigate through that to continue to keep getting to your destination. And that spoke to me today on this walk, like I said, telling myself mentally that I was going to get this 3-mile running, non-stop running, until I reached that 3 miles. And to be honest, I would have kept going, but I had to go to the bathroom. But I'm thinking about that, and it made me think, like, man, this is like how life is, man. We sometimes are on these journeys, and as we're on these journeys, there's going to be some muddy roads that we come across. There's going to be some muddy pathways that we come across. And we choose to find a way to get around them, or like I had to do. Some I got around, but some I had to just charge to the game and take these white Sauconys and go ahead and walk right through them, right? But once I found a bathroom, I got up there and I took some water, took some soap, took some paper towel, and I cleaned them off. And I'm back out here on the road walking again through it again, right? And, I bring that up because I think we all experience that. Now, sometimes some of us will look at the muddy waters, and what I originally was about to do, I'm like, man, I'm about to turn around, bro. But I'm like, nah, I want to finish this jog up, and I want to stay on this trail because I like this trail, but it just isn't as pretty and clean as it normally is when I come through here. But I said, nah, let me just go ahead and go through with it. And I bring that up to us today, is that's how we got to look at whatever challenge we're going through, right? That's how we got to look at this summer separation. As I mentioned, y'all, on this journey of summer separation, it's not going to be super sweet. It's not going to be super easy. And it's not going to always be a clear pathway to get to the results that you want. You're going to have to get dirty. You're going to have to get down in the mud. You're going to have to wipe yourself off, and you're going to have to keep going by any means. So that's how I feel right now, just with everything going on in life, is that, man, just because you got the muddy waters and got the muddy pathways, don't allow it to stop you from getting to your destination. But the first thing I would say for y'all to say, well, how do I navigate through these muddy pathways? It all starts in the mental. You got to have the right mental capacity. You got to have the right mental dedication to say, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to let nothing stop me. And that's what I did this morning. The other thing is, don't trip off of the dirt, man. That could get washed off. That could get clean. You could throw your shoes in the wash machine. You could wipe them off with the best shoe cleaner. That ain't nothing. You still able to move though, right? So, through these muddy waters, we're going to keep moving. We're going to keep getting to our destination, no matter what we got to do. And another thing I want to say, think about the muddy waters, is that once you put your foot in the mud, you realize it ain't that bad. Like when I was looking at it, I'm like, dang, I don't want to step in this drink and my whole shoe get soaked in mud. And for those of you that's in the running shoes, you know, Saucony got like the air, air holes in them. I'm like, it's gonna get all soaked in, it's gonna be muddy. But what also shocked me is when I got to the bathroom, I think I was reminded that these type of shoes are meant for road running. So the type of material that the bottom of the shoe was made out of, an entire shoe, once I wiped it with the water, it was just going away quick and easy, you know what I mean? So that's another thing too. You gotta have the right shoes on when you're going through these muddy waters. And in this case for us, comparing this to life challenges, some of the right shoes might be having the right people around you. Some of the right shoes might be having the right support system, the right routines and systems in place that's gonna allow you to navigate when these pathways do get muddy. So that's my little 2 cents for the day of this summer separation. Appreciate y'all for continuing to come with me on this journey. Man, y'all, if you ain't listened to the last episode, the one before, make sure you tap in, and we're gonna keep on going through this summer separation. It's July 15th, right? So we got what? A couple more, 2 more weeks left? Oh yeah, 2 more weeks left for July. Then we'll be in August. Next thing you know, it'll be Labor Day. So even if you ain't locked in yet on your summer separation, it ain't too late. Pick your start day, pick your end day, and you stick with it. And y'all know, like I always say, hustle plus faith equals success. Make sure y'all tune in on the next episode.